Yo, what is up YouTube, FuRy here, bringing us a brand new video. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the new selling system in Fortnite, where you can end up selling your skins back, as well as some new items, some new weapons, and a bunch of new things that ended up dropping earlier this morning on Fortnite. But before we get into today's video, if you guys do enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Also, turn on those post notifications, that way you get notified for any of my videos getting live as soon as they go live. And if you do get first like on any of my videos, make sure you send me a Twitter image. I'll hit you guys back with that follow. And with that said, let's get right into today's video. If you guys are interested in winning some free V-Bucks, we are currently giving away 6,000 V-Bucks to you guys. All you gotta do to enter is like the video, subscribe if you aren't already, and turn on those post notifications, as well as follow the Gleam link in the description down below. There's going to be 6 winners, 1,000 V-Bucks each. Good luck to everyone. Now, I'd like to mention real quick, we have roughly a week left on the giveaway. If you guys do want to enter, make sure you follow the Gleam link in the description down below. That way you get entered to win some V-Bucks, some free V-Bucks. That way you can end up getting some skins for Fortnite. But with that said, let's get right into it. So earlier this morning, Epic Games dropped an update on Fortnite, which introduced the new Clinger grenade. Now, this new grenade is basically like a sticky grenade from Call of Duty or any game where you can have a sticky grenade. It'll stick to anything you throw it at. This, you can throw it at a character or an enemy, teammate, a wall, whatever it may be. This thing will stick to anything you throw it at. Now, this is going to be an uncommon, grenade. You're going to find it on the floor loot, supply drops, llamas, treasure chests, basically anything you can search for, any type of loot, you're going to end up finding this grenade. Now, this explosive delay, it's a 2.5 second delay, so once you throw it, it's going to take 2.5 seconds to blow up. It'll do 100 player damage and 200 to structures. So throw it at a wall, it'll do 200 to the wall and 100 to the player if they're right near it. Now, the radius is 1 tile or 1, cube, square thing. And then the max stack size is 10, so you can have 10 of these things, and you can pick up to 3. So once you pick it up, you get 3 of them. You can hold up to 10. And yeah, this thing's pretty cool. A little bit different. We haven't seen anything like this in Fortnite. Obviously, it is a sticky grenade. Now, we have C4s in the game, which are kind of like it, but not really the same way, because you can obviously detonate that whenever. But a nice new little grenade introduced into the game, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. Now, this grenade cannot explode in the air, so I'm assuming once it hits a target, it'll take 2.5 seconds, and that's when the time initiates. So it's not something that's going to be counting down as soon as you throw it. It's once it sticks to something or whatever it hits, it's going to take 2.5 seconds, and then it's going to end up blowing up. As well as that, if you do throw this at a wall and that wall does get destroyed, this grenade does blow up as soon as that wall gets blown up. So basically, if you throw it at a wall, someone shooting at that wall, and the wall ends up breaking before the 2.5 seconds is up, the grenade will end up just exploding as soon as the wall gets destroyed. Also mentioned here, they greatly improved the hit registration of long-range sniper rifle shots and crossbow shots. So you're going to be hitting shots a little bit more at a longer range. Sometimes the bullet doesn't really register as it should. Obviously, if you shoot at somebody and it looks dead on, but it ends up not hitting them, they ended up improving that hit registration. So hopefully now, if you do get a line on somebody and you do end up shooting at the the bullet right at them, they will end up getting hit. Now, a few things that ended up changing with the gameplay, fixing up a few things. Now, short fences will no longer block you from building structures. That was a problem before, because obviously you couldn't build walls or ramps on a short fence, but now you can, which is pretty big, because sometimes you couldn't be building, say if you wanted to hide from somebody, you want to build a 1x1 and there's a short fence in the way, you obviously couldn't build there. You'd have to break the fence and then end up putting a wall. So now you can actually build through it, and it'll help you obviously get away from situations where you're near a fence and you can't build on it. As well as that, they ended up fixing the duo playlist, where you can now put no fill. Now, previously it was a no fill option before, but they ended up taking out that no fill option, and now they have it back in the game. So now you can obviously go into duos matches and go no fill if you wish, whereas before you had to play with a duo, a random duo, and now obviously, like I said, you can choose no fill option for that. Also, another pretty big one here, first shot accuracy is now reset when you crouch, uncrouch, or switch weapons. So this is going to help your gameplay out a lot. You want to make sure you crouch and you uncrouch and you're switching weapons as much as you can, obviously when you need to, and obviously that first shot accuracy will end up getting reset for you, and you'll end up hitting more shots because you're more accurate with your first bullet. Now, last two things here for the gameplay. They ended up adjusting the balloon health for the supply drops. In solos, it's 500, duo 750, and squads 1250, as well as the supply drops now take a, they start off twice as high, but they fall twice as fast. So I'm not completely sure what the point of that was, because obviously now it's just the same, but it's just starting a little bit higher. It's probably going to end up hitting the ground the same, time as the old previous balloon drops, but I guess they wanted, a higher spawn location for them. Now, this next thing here I think is the most impressive, the most thing I was looking forward to coming into Fortnite at some point. Now, we knew this feature was going to end up dropping at some point, some way they were going to implement this type of interaction with the game. So this is now called the self-service cosmetic return feature. So basically what you can do is you can end up selling back your skins as long as you purchase those within the past 30 days, and you're able to return them for full price on however much V-Bucks you spent on that skin. Now, with this feature, it'll allow you to return up to 3 cosmetic purchases for V-Bucks, which is, it says, set for a lifetime. So basically you only get 3 for your lifetime in the game. So basically you want to make sure you spend these 3 returns wisely, and on skins that you're not going to care that you sold back, and something that you're gonna not regret selling, because you only get 3 of these returns. Now, I was hoping that they ended up resetting these returns on each season, or each month maybe give you 1 back, or each season they give you 1 back, but it says here that you get up to 3 for a lifetime. So you only get 3. You got to make sure you spend those 3 returns very wisely. Make sure you don't waste those 3 returns on any skin that you kind of wish you kind of kept. But again, you only get 3 for your lifetime, so you definitely got to make sure you spend those 3 on something that you don't really care about. Now, as well as that, it says you can only return the items that you purchased in the past 30 days, which I'm hoping that they end up changing, because there are some skins people have purchased way before 30 days that they wish they could sell back. Some people obviously make, impulse decisions on purchasing skins, and obviously they're not going to be guaranteed to be in those 30 days, and they wish to return them even if they were past those 30 days. So I hope they end up changing this to any skin that you end up purchasing in the game. It might be a little bit difficult because there are so many skins that they have to end up fixing up and allowing for you to return them, because those 30 days there's not that many skins that drop in 30 days, so it's not difficult for them to end up allowing a refund for those. But hopefully they end up changing that, where you can end up returning items that you did purchase prior to those 30 days or whatever it may be. Now, some of you guys were wondering what you can return and what you can't return. So you can end up returning emotes, gliders, harvesting tools, back blings, and outfits. So basically anything that's in the Battle Royale store, you can end up returning. But the only things that you can't return are the Battle Pass tiers, the Starter Pack, the Founders Pack upgrades, loot llamas, which is for Save the World, and event and weekly items, which is also for Save the World. So I'm assuming they implemented this feature into Save the World as well, because it does show it there. Now, obviously the Battle Pass tiers, Starter Packs, all those are kind of common sense. They're not items that you can cosmetically show on your skin, obviously, in game, so they're not really items that you can end up returning, because you didn't really buy them in the store. Obviously the Battle Pass tiers you may have, but those aren't things that you can just give back or return, I guess, right? Because they're not going to just take away your tiers if you want to return it. I don't know, I think that's a good idea that they only return those certain items, and obviously those other ones you can't really return. But those items that you can return, you got to make sure they're in those past 30 days, like I mentioned, unless they end up fixing that, which I hope they do. Now, also real quick, they did end up taking down this return option, this selling back option for right now, because there is a slight bug with the feature that they implemented. So it will be brought in back to the game very shortly. They are just fixing up a few bugs with this thing. I'm assuming people were able to return skins and constantly return that same skin, maybe because it wasn't updating or whatever it may be. Maybe people were getting more V-Bucks than they should have been. I don't know. There's a slight bug, which, they ended up taking down the feature. It will be back in the game once they end up fixing that, and obviously I'll let you guys know when that's back in the game. But for those of you guys that do want to know how to get to this feature, if they do implement it, is you go to the store, and at the bottom right of the store there is a previous purchases or your purchases history, and you can end up choosing skins from that history within those 30 days, like I mentioned, and with the V-Bucks on each of the items, so you know how much you're getting back. But there is a nice this little, little button on the bottom right of the store that you can end up clicking once this gets back into the game, where you can end up just choosing the skins that you've purchased. It'll show you the history within the past 30 days, and you can end up returning those skins. But with that said, that's about all for this update that dropped earlier today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of this new Clinger Grenade, of this new selling back return option, this feature where you can end up returning your skins within the past 30 days. Should they update the 30 days, maybe make it a little bit longer than 30 days, whatever it may be, as well as how many, returns that you get per lifetime, I should say, because as of right now, it's only 3 per lifetime. Hopefully they end up switching that as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.